Hey guys, welcome to the very first video of this channel. In this video, we are going to talk about a lit code problem, which is longest turbulent subarray. So now, what does this word turbulent means? So let me show you right here. Let's say we're given an array. An array will be turbulent if the adjacent comparison sign flips between adjacent comparison sign keeps flipping, then it will be an turbulent subarray. So let's start from here. First, we have 9, which is greater than 4. Then we have 4, which is also greater than 2. So now this subarray is not turbulent because the comparison sign, the adjacent comparison signs are similar. So this is not an adjacent subarray. So now let's keep moving forward. Then 2 is less than 10. Now this subarray, this is adjacent because as you can see here, this comparison sign have flipped. So now let's move on. 10 is greater than 7. 7 is less than 8. So all of these are turbulent, by the way, because the sign keeps flipping. So now here 8 is equal to 8. So in this problem, the equal doesn't count because the sign will have to flip. The sign will have to become opposite. The opposite of greater is less. The opposite of greater than sign is less than sign. So yeah, so that's why the equal sign will not count here. So let's keep going. Then 8 is greater than 1 and 1 is less than 9. So here the maximum turbulent subarray is this one, this subarray. This subarray is the maximum turbulent subarray. So now how do we approach this problem? So we'll use a two pointer method here. We will have a pointer L here. Let me write it above. We'll have a pointer L at 0th index and R at first index, 1th index. So for the first element, it will increase because, well, the first element. So then it will increase to the next element and it will check that these adjacent signs are similar. They are not they did not flip, they're similar. So if the adjacent signs are similar, then what it will do is it will sorry, it will just bring this L index to the R minus 1th position. It will bring it to the R minus 1th position. The reason behind bringing this L to the R minus 1th position instead of sending it to the rth position is, if we drag this L all the way to the R position, it will miss these two comparison. I mean, it will miss this comparison, these two numbers. It will miss these two numbers. So we don't want that. We don't want to miss any comparison. So that's why we'll have to bring it to the R minus R minus 1th position. Now our L is here. Let me erase the rest of it. Now our L is here and R is here. So R will increase again. It will go here and it will see that the signs are different. The comparison signs have flipped. Then it will go again forward. Signs have flipped. Then go again. Signs have flipped to two different signs. Then go again. Now it will see a equal sign. What will happen if we see an equal sign? If we see an equal sign, we'll have to drag this L all the way to the R, not before R in this case. It will have to drag this L all the way to the R position, R index. The reason we will have to drag it all the way to the R is, if we let's say if we bring it to the R minus 1 position, then it will let's say here, then it will check again and see that there is a equal operation, there is a equal sign in between these two numbers. So that doesn't make sense. We don't have to we don't need equal operation, equal operator, because it doesn't count here in this problem. So what we'll have to do is we will have to drag this L all the way to the R, then we'll have to increment the R again. Then we'll keep incrementing the R until it it is at the end, or it meets another this kind of scenario. So yeah, here That's how we are going to approach this problem. So now let me code it. And I'm here using JavaScript, by the way. Let L equal 0. We'll need two pointer. One is L and one is R. R will be equal 1. Then we'll have to take another variable which is called sign to keep the track of the sign, and we will need the maximum value where we'll put the max values basically. So now while R is less than array dot length, okay, so if array of R minus 1th index is greater than array of rth element, and the sign is not equal, greater, then what we'll do is we'll have to like just take the max value from make max value and store it in the max variable, and the max value will be either the max itself or the R minus L plus 1. Then we'll have to change the sign to the greater than, and again we'll have to increment the R by 1. Now else if array of R minus 1th position is less than array of R index position, and sign not equal less than, then again we'll have to just do the same basically. Max equal math dot max either max itself or R minus L plus 1 R minus L plus 1, and change the sign to less than, and R will increment up increment by 1. If none of these are the case, so none of this is the case, then we'll have to check if array of R minus 1 is equal to array of R. Now we'll have to check the the if the sign is equal in between them. Then we'll have to increment R by 1, or else we will have to keep the R as where it is, and regardless we'll have to change the index position of L to R minus 1, and again sign to we'll have to set the sign as empty because it will start from begin again. So one thing I made a mistake here, that the max value will be 1, not 0, because if there is only one element, let's say there is only 9 in the array, let's say there is only a 9 in the array, right? So there is actually nothing to compare if there is only one element, right? So by default, that's why the value the answer will be 1. So all right, I think I did everything correct. Then we'll have to return the max. I hope it will work. Let's see, let me run the code. Yeah, it works. Now let's submit it. Yep, it works, as you can see. So I'm going to explain one more thing here. I'm going to explain this portion of the code. It might it might seem a bit confusing to you. So what I did here is basically, when there is an equal sign, what we did was drag L all the way to the R. So instead of well, first we dragged L all the way to the R, then we incremented R by 1. So instead of dragging L all the way to the R first we what we did here is, if there is an equal sign, we first incremented the R by 1. We first incremented the R by 1, then we dragged the L to the R minus 1th index. Then we dragged this L to the R minus 1th index. R is here right now, then we dragged L here, R minus 1th index. That's what we did. So again, we'll have to set the sign to empty, because if there is an equal sign or two consecutive same sign, then we'll have to start from the begin. We cannot keep the track of the, keep the track of the previous signs. So because it will be a new subarray then. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope that you understood the explanation and the problem as well. So if you have any confusion, please let me know in the comment section. I'll try my best to explain it. Thank you so much for watching.